Hey everyone, Zen the Geek here, and this is my creator laptop. This is the Gigabyte Aero 15 Classic XA, and I pretty much enjoy almost everything about it. Hardware spec sheet, to the form factor, to maybe even the keyboard, and it's kind of minimalistic design. So I'm just gonna start with the design, alright? So I wouldn't call this boring. I would kind of call this industrialist. It's got this really industrialist design. It's not meant to look like an intimidating gaming machine, even though it can be, and it's very simple. It's in this brushed aluminium black color that is surrounding the laptop, and yes, it's a all aluminium chassis, and at the back it's just very simple. You'll see a light up Gigabyte logo followed by this carbon fiber finish that is towards the bottom of the back of the laptop in a very interesting shape. And it's actually not all that thick, even with its hardware specs. It weighs about just over 2 kilos, and I can pretty much carry it with one hand, and it's not like I actually do that all the time. It's actually just on the table at any present moment. So to know that it's just kind of light is pretty good. It fits on most of my backpacks, even my lighter ones, and I just needed to emphasize on that portability. And I mentioned hardware specs earlier before, so I'm gonna be diving into that, starting with the display. Essentially, you're getting a 15.6-inch Sharp IGZO panel, which is pretty great, and it's got a refresh rate of 240 Hz. Yeah, that's a lot, right? Navigating on Windows on it is very buttery smooth, and of course, playing games. And if that refresh rate is so crazy high, what kind of hardware does it pack? Well, it's got this really good combo. A Core i7 9th Gen, followed by an RTX 2070 Max-Q. You get 16GB of Samsung DDR4 RAM that's in dual channel mode already, followed by an Intel 512GB M.2 SSD NVMe. And you have room for one more, Type 2280. So be on the lookout for that type of M.2 when you're thinking of expanding an already kind of decent amount of fast storage. I recommend putting a 1TB, just go for it. And that's pretty much about it about those specs. It's very competent, especially for Full HD. It can pretty much run anything you throw at it. I edit my videos on this actually. I use Filmora and Adobe Premiere Pro. As for the keyboard, I'm kind of digging it. I really like that you get a full keyboard, even though it's kind of, made smaller a bit. And for my hands, it definitely works. It has a very nice tactile feeling. The RGB is nice and adjustable. You better use that Gigabyte Control Center that is pre-installed inside to adjust almost everything you need to adjust, from the color to the brightness, and of course, more important things like the fan speed. Because with this type of thinness and that type of hardware specs, you definitely need to get this thing as cool as possible, because all that performance will make anything run hot, and this is no exception. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, this is a loud laptop under heavy load. Depending on what it is, it can get really loud. I can't stress that enough. I play Modern Warfare on this, Full HD, almost to Ultra, and I've almost gotten 86 degrees if I did not turn the fans up high onto an audible level. So by turning the fans on to 100, which is like the max RPM, I managed to get, I don't know, a kind of decent and acceptable 82 to 83 degrees playing the same game on Warzone and multiplayer. And I don't doubt the performance either. It might not go all the way to 240 Hz on certain demanding games, but as long as I can have that smooth gameplay on the go, I am perfectly fine with it. Besides, simpler games like maybe Warframe, CSGO, Overwatch, you can get very, very high frame rates. All you need to do is just make the right graphical adjustments. Maybe turning from max to medium high, you can probably push around up to 150 FPS, and you can actually get 240 FPS if the level doesn't have a lot of things on it. If you're gonna use this to watch shows, it's really good. The colors are great. It's Pan X-Rite certified by Pantone, which is like this color science authority company. Each of these laptops are individually calibrated from the Pantone X-Rite factory, and given that certification, Gigabyte is all about that. They really love to make sure everyone gets that utmost color accuracy. And yeah, the Photoshop guys, the Illustrator guys, the photography guys, and the video guys, the creators, will appreciate this key feature that any Gigabyte Aero series comes with. As for the speakers, it does, I guess, a decent job. I can just sit quietly in a room and just watch any YouTube video, and it's not too loud, and it's obviously not too soft. It uses this software feature called Nahimic 3D Audio, which is not really that potent, to be honest, in terms of its built-in external speakers, but it's pretty good if you pair it with your headphones and, I don't know, bring yourself to a very good audio experience. Turn on Spotify, use Tidal, whichever you like. I'm sure you'll find something pleasing to your ears eventually. But one very important thing I want to let everyone know is the battery life. There's a 94 watt-hour battery pack inside and an accompanying 230 watt charger. If I were to use it for a full day on a single charge, like I really don't take out the charger, it can actually last kind of decent. I do my web browsing, my work, my general scrolling of things, and maybe some light Photoshop. I can practically squeeze in up to just over 6 hours on that kind of light usage. But if I were to escalate to medium to intense usage, you pretty much get around 4.5 towards 5 hours, and I say that's pretty good. In terms of ports, it's very straightforward. It's just on the left side and the right side. There's nothing in front, there's nothing at the back. You get up to 3 USB 3.1 first generation, followed by a USB 3.1 Type-C, a HDMI 2.0, followed by a 1.4 display port, and of course, a very nice LAN port on the left side. As for audio, you get a combo jack. You can put your microphone and your headphones in together. And for the last bit, you get this really incredible UHS Mark II SD card reader, which reads very fast if you're the type of person that needs to offload from their camera, from their any other hardware onto this laptop and need to emphasize on time. Pretty much you save a lot of time copying your files using this laptop, and someone like me, I definitely appreciate it. And now I'm going to talk about one of its other key features, which is the Microsoft Azure AI technology. So basically, this laptop has this feature pre-installed where it uses AI technology to learn your habits and optimize accordingly in whatever you're using. In gaming, you don't really see that much of a difference at all. Actually, I don't even see a difference at all. But on the more important things like rendering video, I did save myself couples of tens of seconds, but it's not the type of feature that I purposely got this laptop for. But it's, you know what, nice to have. I didn't have to pay any extra for it, but it's nice to have it there. So in conclusion, can it do my work? Yes. Can it play my games well? Yes. Can it last long on a single charge? Yes. This pretty much is the creator's do everything laptop. It's an all Intel setup from processor to SSD. You get good NVIDIA RTX graphics, you get a good starter's amount of RAM, and a good starter's amount of internal memory space. You should expand, I recommend it. It's got a very awesome display. 240Hz for your gaming, Pantone X-Rite certification for your need for color accuracy, your industrial needs, your professional needs, and low-key, your entertainment needs. I'm Zen the Geek. Thanks for watching my video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.